Hey guys, what up? Ryuwolves here, and today guys, I'm going to be, going over a map. I'm going to be in a replay mode, and I'm going to be basically showing you guys, unfortunately, I'm going to be having to show you guys all the stages that I beat leading up to the room that we actually did a recording on at the time. That means for the first 15 stages, for the first 1 through 14, we are going to be doing a replay off of Fortnite. Unfortunately, I wish I could be talking throughout this because it was really awesome. It was so many hard stages, but I didn't have my recording going because I really wasn't planning on actually beating the map. And yeah, we did not beat the map. But I'm going to go ahead and start this, and we are just going to, hope that it works. Okay, so guys, this is stage 1 of, we're currently playing FREESTYLEE'S Lightness death run. It's supposed to be considered what is called an impossible death run. So, yeah, I went ahead and I wanted to try out this brand new impossible death run that this guy had. And let me tell you guys, it is incredibly difficult. I am not going to be able to show you all of my deaths, but yeah, this is definitely one of the hardest death runs I've ever done in my entire life. Yes. So this room, kind of like, you gotta like bait the sides and then you gotta like hop out. Now, stage 1, not the problem. Stage 2, biggest problem. Stage 2 is considered by far one of the hardest stages I thought I ever did. This map is on the green side. All right. So eventually, in this very last one that I just did, these two girls magically, if we like play this back just a bit, these two girls magically used me as a guinea pig right here, guys, to get right here. These two girls managed to get right on by me, or these two players, and they managed to make it to this area, which then left me and I was the only person. I had been here longer than every single person who had rage quit and had made it. I had done endless times where I was talking about, hey, let's do it this way, guys. We need to tag team it. We need to have one guy go out, bait the trap, the other guy die, meaning you bait the first trap by dying. The other group goes second behind you, and then when a person sacrifices, sacrifice until one person gets to stage 3. When one person gets to stage 3, then what happens is the rest of us will go until we get 2 people, and then one person will bait the traps at the 4th column. That way, the people that bait the 3rd traps can get to the 4th trap successfully and get through. And then if there's one person left, then one person run through, bait the trap. The other person runs to the 2nd trap, bait the trap. That way, the 3rd person the person who's trying to get through last can bait the the door, the first trap, the second trap, and just run straight through and beat it so that we can all move on. But yeah, that was the theory, and everybody else got through. But these girls were happy enough to help me and lend a helping hand so I could get this done, because I was upset. I've been here so long, and I'm still here. So I was so happy that they stayed. Yeah, I was watching to see if they, to make sure. So. We're gonna get it. And this is where they helped me get through. That is teamwork right there. I really don't know why the guy created 4 tunnels when there was no way to get even through all 4 tunnels. Now, what some of you don't recognize right now is that there's actually on stage 3, when you get here, there is an actual death barrier that's going back and forth like this, right where those boost pads are, or the speed pads are. So you have to like walk up to this edge and bait and get the heck away from the death barrier that's doing this while trying to do that. With the ice, it makes it so hard, because by the time you get up there and try to inch your way next to it, the trap literally gets you before you can get away, and then the bait trap will finish you. It is so annoying. Like, again, it is like a whole feature of, if you have teammates and friends with you, this is one of those maps where you do want allies. You really do want your friends helping you, because that's why we're backing away from the boost pads, because we don't want to get killed by the death barrier. Okay, so at this moment, guys, this is literally what I had to figure out. I had to figure out that that's all I had to do, was just jump over that. It's pretty straightforward once you do get in, but it is an incredible pain in the butt. Now, I do believe these girls finally quit after this, because after I give this one a couple attempts to figure out, I noticed that the girls behind me ended up leaving the game. Again, guys, this guy is such a tease. He is very much a tease. Those boost pads don't actually help. They're actually there to screw you up. Okay, guys, so around this time, I finally figure out how to beat the stage. In order to beat the stage, it all comes down to the death barriers. You have to wait until the death barriers. It's not about going when the death barrier, when this right death barrier has gone from the wall and starts going over. You don't have the time. You can't do it that way. Well, you probably could. Maybe you can. I'm not going to say you probably can't, because I've never seen it done that way. But what I figured out was the simple solution to be able to beat stage 4 on his map was to wait until they actually cross and go through one another and go out the other side. So the first way I did it was, you start in the middle, and what you want to do is right when the right one passes and the left one is about to go through it, you want to basically bait the 3 traps as the left one is just entering that intersection. That way, you're not waiting for it to pass before you bait, because by the time you do that, the one's going to go through the wall and already be a quarter of the way, halfway through, and then it's going to hit the wall. By the time you get to the halfway point, which is basically the second bait trap, the wall's already coming back. So by the time you bait the third, the fourth, it's already on you, and then you just can't beat it. So there's a little bit of a method here that you have to do. By watching what I do right here, this is exactly what you got to do, and you got to be not like that. Not like that. Redo it. And not like that either. Now, I thought I was done the moment I got here. But the dude has to be evil. He has to add another thing just to make the thing a lot harder than it has to be. Now it says, find the secret button. Easy, yeah? I'm like, wait, do I go back? Do I go forward? I was thinking it's locked, so I thought maybe I missed something. Like I was gonna have to go back and redo all this. But lucky for me, I had some other buddies telling me what to do. So I had a little bit of helping hand. I ran out here, I checked my 6, noticed that I gotta go through a locked door here. And I got a guy that's basically heavy breathing. I made the crappy mistake of doing this, where I opened the door and I realized, uh-oh, I can't get the damn thing to bait. So I had to like figure out how was I gonna get out the door without dying to that trap. So I basically decided I have to run, jump, bait the trap from the side, and then another thing right here. This was another one of those like, oh my god, pray that there's no back trap and everything. And finally, we beat that stage. Again, that stage 2, stage 3. Oh my god, guys. Stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Horrible levels, man. I was just so thankful that we finally got to where we're at. Alright guys, stage 6. Now stage 6, guys, I'm here for a little bit because I pretty much couldn't figure out how to do this. Now granted, I know how to do these, but I was having a really hard time seeing some of the blue dots that were on the ground and some of the blue metal, some of the grayish metal. When you get traps that are already grayish and then you got all this additional stuff added, it just really makes for a very just like really hard to see type of like, it blends in, so it makes it really like you don't see it until it's like right in front of you. I do apologize for the lag in the game, guys, but this is what happens when you try to use Fortnite's replay mode. So there we go, guys. We finally passed that stage. We're now on stage, I believe, 7. Stage 7, guys, and it's got rockets, spike traps. Yeah, it is a very crazy level. It is beatable, by the way. I've gotten a lot of deaths on this. I ain't gonna lie. My biggest issue that I was having was I was over jumping the tiles, which is currently what you guys keep seeing me do. I keep just over jumping the very last tile, which is what's causing me to fail. This course is actually, or this stage is very simple. I just got to stop like over jumping, and that was all I had to do. And as you can see, That's all we needed to do. Stage 7 finished. Stage 8. Oh yeah. I didn't realize it was a depth barrier going up, which then I realized. Let the torment begin. That was stage 7. Actually, that was stage 8. Now we're on to stage 9. And again, I've said it so many times, this course, this guy's death run is, he calls it an impossible death run. Well, I look at his impossible death run and I think, well, it's not impossible, it's just really, really hardcore at the time. Now, every stage just requires a little bit of practice. You kind of really need to think about where you're at, what you're doing, where everything is located. Once you get the once you kind of figure out where everything is located and how to do it, where you should go, what I kind of have to look at everything to get an idea of like, oh, well, maybe I jump here. Or is it? Can I make that? Well, maybe I could, but you know, it's just like you really need to look around because he's got things in a different like perspective on every single one of these jumps. Which, yeah, I mean, as you guys can clearly see right here, this one's lower. I jumped out, I died instantly, which I purposely did. So it's just a matter of like, this one wasn't really that hard. I just had to get the timing down. Of course, shoots the wall, blows me up. And there we go, guys. Now we're on stage 10. Stage 10, somebody told me, the guy that I was playing with on here, he said that it was really hard. So I was just trying to figure out what made it so hard. It looks hard, but it's not as hard as it actually appears. What you have to worry about mostly on this stage, guys, is the spikes, which don't really matter. It's just, what you gotta do is you basically gotta go straight. It takes a little bit of time to figure out exactly what that means. And no, I'm not being like, I gotta be straight, guys, like girls. Yeah, no. But what you guys basically got to do right here on this guy's map is the objective here is you basically start right here. And when you run down, this pad is going to go up and down. And the objective is basically to run down and land on the first little boost pad. When you do that, you only have so little time with it, like maybe 10 seconds. So you guys got to basically run up right up here, bait these traps if you even need to. As soon as this thing hits, you guys basically, as soon as this thing goes down, as soon as it's about to hit the bottom, you guys gotta start sprinting up this ramp and you gotta run all the way to the very next part. As you make your way to this one right here, you might notice that this girl just luckily made it. I don't know, she just thought you had to go, but that's not how you do it. As you can see right here, I'm gonna demonstrate just exactly what you just need to do in order to complete this stage. And as you can see, We're gonna bait that. I'm gonna get into position. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna make it right there. I'm gonna fall back down, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna die. So the objective is the matter of trying to just wait until you want to go basically straight forward, because if you go diagonal or any other way, you're just gonna die. So here we go. Baited it. Or not baited it, but made it. Now I get about right here and I realize my speed's gone. Now we gotta go over here, grab some speed, walk back along this ledge right here, position ourselves so that we can get right there. Problem is that you don't want to jump because you gotta get back down here. Your speed doesn't last long enough for you to make it there. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty straight, easy objective. It just requires a little bit of practice. At which point, guys, my speed ran off. I lost speed on that last attempt right there. So then I realized at that point what I needed to do. And that's all we needed to do right there, guys. Now, stage 11, this one was really, this one wasn't really hard. It was just, you just needed to time everything correctly. I realized that the best time to go is when they fired their first rocket and blew up the wall. Because at that point, that's your best opportunity to go. Now in this room, guys, after you get to stage 12, you basically gotta just go. You can't stop. If you don't go, you're gonna die. In order to beat stage 12, guys, you gotta basically run down this tunnel. Or path, I should say. Now, granted, you only have 23 HP, guys. For some reason, this guy was happy about giving everybody about 23 HP or 25 HP. That's all you basically got from this. And it has 1 tick damage when you're running through this. So you have to be pretty damn quick in order to basically beat this stage. Now, this stage, guys, is straightforward and very easy. If you know what you're doing, it should try, like, maybe a few tries and you should easily pass this. Actually, 2 ticks, I should say. Not 1 tick. I came out of that with literally 1 or 2 HP left. Thank God for the checkpoint. This room, guys, you're still dying. Find the hidden rift before dying. Well, I found the hidden rift. Just don't know how to get up there. Stage 13, really not that hard. Just invisible little barriers that you gotta stand on. Now, stage 14, guys, I gotta say, now this course did take a little bit of time to learn how to do, and it was probably the last hardest stage that, like one of the hardest stages out of the majority that he had. And I mean, stage 2 was really difficult. Like all the stages that came before this one were so much harder, and because I mean I was there a lot longer than all the other stages. So to give you guys the idea that this map, this death run, this course, this location, this stage was what I considered probably the hardest stage, at least for a time. Alright guys, now we are basically at one of the most annoying parts of his death run. By the time you get to this point, you saw what I basically just had to do to get where I'm at. Now we basically got to like close the distance between, well, you don't want to do what I just did right here because then you just died. But we got closer than we ever got before. Alright, so now that we're back here again, I think this is where I discover how to do this. I basically learned from my mistake and I realized, okay, so basically we got to go through another room. In that split second, guys, I found out that there is 3 death barriers in that room. Very hard to see, but I will make it back to this room. That was my buddy. Well, a buddy, not really my buddy, but some player that he was like a little upset that I basically stood there, and then the trap swung back and got him. Okay, so at this point, guys, where we're at, I do manage to get there. I do manage to get almost to the next room until I discover my worst nightmare. Now, as you guys can see, there's a death barrier right here, and there's another death barrier directly right there in the back. Now, the death barrier that you guys can't see right now is right here. Actually is not doing, it's not just doing this and then coming back to the front and then going out. It's basically going doop, 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 while the other one is just like this. The other one is just dun, 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 while the other one is just slowly going back and forth. So it's kind of like a dun dun, like a kind of a swoosh, 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 while the other one is just slowly going like this way, this way, this way, this way, while the other one just I am like, what? Like, how do you get, and then you got the one behind you that's just going back and forth like this one is. And the sad thing is you got 3 spikes here. I was like, no way. I was hoping that this port was it. I thought, please be the ending. I thought, you made it so hard, bro. Please just tell me this is the end. Now, I wanted to test out the theory that maybe the one that goes boop, 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 like that keeps going back and forth was broken. I was hoping that maybe that's not a real death barrier. I thought maybe, because I was just like, I would have died already. I thought because it was so close and I was in the middle multiple times that it wasn't real. So yeah, sometimes, guys, when you get to certain stages that you don't know how to do, sometimes the best medicine is to always test every outcome, even if you're gonna die. Sometimes to test it out is better than don't, because if you don't test it out, then I mean, it could be like the difference between making a level and not making the level. Even though sometimes it's like one of those situations where it took you forever to get there just for you to die. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna basically attempt this, guys, so you can see that if it is or if it isn't a death barrier. So here we go, guys. I'm literally getting ready to test out my theory. Is the one that's going back and forth real or fake? So this is where I do it. I decide to put myself right where it's supposed to be. See how it's like doing? Oh, yep. It's real. Now this is the buddy that I had with me, who basically was, at this point, Swagger's Sauce was with me, and we were going to tag team this if we had to. So our objective, guys, was basically to stand on both sides of the trap tunnel that's right here, and we were going to bait the trap on right and left while this is going dut 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 and the other one's going back and forth pretty slow. We figured we don't need to get the back spike, we just need to get the actual port. So if we bait one, we should be able to get inside and get the other one. The only problem was we couldn't get close to the middle because this was going back and forth so quick. So that was the deal. We were going to basically partner this and get through it together. Right now we're communicating about a plan to do it and doing a countdown in order for us to both make that. So about on 3 is what we decide. We both got it. We wait for that to go, then we both go. Problem is, guys, with that theory, the moment we both did that, Swagger Sauce was unsure about going, so he waited a second, and that 1 second is what killed him. Unfortunately, I got through, but he didn't, which, that was a bummer. Bad choice for him. Guys, here we are on stage 15. This, by far, guys, is the stage that I made it to, and this was the hardest stage out of all the stages before. Stage 2 was the worst. Stage 15 is doable, but hardcore extreme. We're talking extreme parkour. We are talking some of the hardest difficulty I've ever done, and that's going to be where we leave off for our video that's going to be continued with this one. So I'm going to leave you guys right now, but we're going to be back with more kick-ass, about 25 minutes of me attempting to do this course on the next video. Until then, peace, and game on, guys. Okay, guys, so here we are on stage 15. Take note, we got rocket dudes right here firing at me. We got HP reductions by 1 tick. We got to get to that portal. I think 15 is the final stage. While we're doing this, we do have a little bit of speed pads. We have lava. We have death barriers. And we have problems. That's what we have. We've got to hustle. I don't even know if this is humanly possible. We just died. Try that again. Oh my god. This is definitely insane. Whoa. Oh my god. We've got to actually strafe. That is scary. We have got to run, jump, and get far in one go. This is actually scary. This, give me a second. So, this is actually terrifying, everyone. So we are definitely, what in the world? What is that? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta understand this. There is a very long barrier that's now going straight across the room. Are you ready for the final level? No. Good luck. A lot. We gotta see what this is. For those of you that are still behind me currently right now, whoa, I'm so terrified. I can't begin to describe how scary this room is. Okay, we gotta go now. This is not even worth it. I can't do it. It's not. I don't think it's possible. Wait, it's doable. No, no. I was so close. This, okay, it's doable, Swagger, Sauce, and Dan the Man, but my god, it is scary as fuck. I can't wait for you guys to make it here. Oh, and I do have an idea for what you could do, Swagger, when you do make that room again.
Yo, we're here again. We're here again. Dan, go on that other side. We're gonna bait the trap, and then we gotta sprint.
But you guys better time it. Time the when the bait went along with the ramp.
Back, Alright, ready? Bait the trap. No, dude, he died.
Did you die too?
No.
I would just wait for him to catch back up.
Alright.
I mean, that's literally what I would do. I mean, your best chance of getting through that is with another dude.
Yeah, tag team.
And I truthfully think that's what this map is about. So guys, for all any of you, my viewers that are watching this currently, I would definitely recommend that you guys on his freestyle 97, 95, 18, 32, 50, 63, version 94, if you're playing this guy's map, I highly recommend you tag team, because there are levels in here that are nearly impossible to do without tag teaming. And you're going to have a higher chance of beating this map with tag team. So 100% ticket for me. Tag team is your best bet for this map. Now,
I made it in solo.
Congratulations. Welcome to my hell. You can't stop. You gotta like you gotta double jump all these.
Okay.
You don't have the HP bar to wait. I've already attempted to do that and I can't do it legit like that.
Yeah, 'cause you only have, what, 24 seconds?
Well, that and the rocket dudes blow you up and you gotta like strafe past. But I feel like everything about this is just based on your timing. You gotta find out where that sweet spot is. I am not. Oh my god, it's true. He added an extra barrier. I knew that barrier was there, but I didn't think it was true. Do you see that right there, Swagger? That one that just that slow moving one, that long one.
Oh, that's a barrier too.
Yeah, that's a real barrier. It usually disappears. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. So you kind of have to figure out when to go when that's in the way. Basically, you gotta wait until it's gone before you should go, I think, because... Oh, he made it. Dan the Man actually made it.
Yeah, good shit. Did he really want to make it though? That's the real question.
The only problem is just getting the timing down.
Yeah.
Okay, and right here, guys, if you land on the one that's got the small barrier, death barrier that goes side to side, that's when it does 2 hits. It's 2 hits when you make the second jump. So as soon as you make your first jump, your second jump, and you land on that little skinny one, that's right where that small death barrier goes back and forth, that's when you start taking 2 hits. After you pass that one, it's 3 ticks from there on out. So we have to figure out how to get around that. We either skip it, it's 3. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's a 2 tick plus 1. So it's basically it's gonna 2 tick plus 1 when you go past that. So every jump after that is literally 3. So you have to, you can't stay on 1 skip. You have to be on, you have to literally double skip everything at that point. The problem is not losing the momentum. I wonder if the creator can beat it.
Look up a video.
I'm gonna take so yes, unfortunately guys, this is nearly impossible. I just checked out the trailer, guys, and apparently the trailer is even scarier. Because apparently on the trailer, everyone, his map is horrendously terrifying. We don't actually get to see everything. He only shows bits and pieces of how this death run looks, which is terrifying, to say the least. I really wish I was actually able to figure out how many more stages we have after the 15th stage, because I have no freaking clue. This stage is a nightmare. I probably struggled with so many of his stages. I wanted to rage quit over and over and over. I had banged my table many times during this death run. This is the furthest, this is the most angering, raging death run I've ever done. And by far, the last one I ever do. No, I'm not gonna say that. But, truthfully or not, most of the death run is beatable until you stop about right here. I don't know what, he doesn't show, the ending right up here doesn't show so good. Because you can't really see the rest of the, where it's supposed to go. I wish he extended his trailer a little bit more, showed us the floor that we needed to go to, because I really wanted to know where I was supposed to go from where the room was. Because I wanted to know how many more stages we had. But he doesn't really show that. He shows, like, right here, pretty much nothing. Down here, which I already beat that stage, I think. And then this stage right here. He shows this, which I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, holy epping, like, criminally. Like, this part looks a nightmare. That is terrifying. I don't even want to begin to understand how that one's gonna work. But all he does is take you right here to this point. Again, that would be the ending and the win for the map. But the problem is, I don't know how many stages are after 15. He doesn't. I really wish that he told us in his guide, in his trailer, how many I were on, so I would know if it's worth finishing or not. At this point, it's really sucky because you don't know how many more you gotta go, and I've been at stage 15 probably for the last, like I've said, we've been recording for about we've been at this for about 45 minutes. I've been here probably longer than that. I've been here for an hour. Alright guys, I cannot beat this. Unfortunately, this is parkour at its finest. This is a nightmare. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I have never taken on, I said before, I hate parkour. I absolutely do hate it. It's not my favorite, but it's just because this is goddess level. This is like, this is pro. This is legend. This is extreme hardcore. This is beyond my speciality. I mean, I'm good at death runs, but this is impossible. So I admit, Freestyle, congratulations, bro. You made a map. I can't beat it. I don't think I'll ever be able to beat it. No! No! We were so far. I actually made that hop. I didn't think it was gonna make it. We actually made the jump to the jump, and I just chose to go to the wrong location. Oh my god, that was actually pretty clean. For some reason, by saying I'm not gonna beat it, we actually are getting closer. That is, oh, so frustrating. I am not happy. But what that tells me, guys, is that I'm catching. What does that mean? It means that I'm catching on. I'm catching on to how to do it. And that is what matters. It's not a question of, oh, Ryuwolves sucks at death runs or sucks at doing this. It's a matter that you just can't do it. Sometimes when you do a death run for somebody or do a death run on someone else's map, guys, in general, you have to just keep practicing. Like, sometimes it's best to go to your own course, your own, go to your own, like, go to your own creative mode, build a map that's something like this, and then just test. And keep testing until you can get down the jumps properly. Because when you're doing this, I'm not even worried about the rockets anymore. Rockets don't even piss me off. It's the... I feel like these guys have run out of rockets, technically. But that's not the point. The point is that when you're running this map, you have to fine-tune your parkour skills. And again, even if you can get the fine-tunement down, then it's just timing. Once you get the timing down, that's it. Unfortunately, I had to stop and death barrier, of course. Of course, there has to be a death barrier that's coming at me, and I had no choice. I had to stop. If I didn't stop, I was dead instantly. It's just, and it's unfortunate, guys, because I have never made it to, Are you kidding me? When I finally do make it far, the barrier's there in my face, and I have to wait for it. God damn it. There's so much stuff that I hate about this. Oh. This is not fair. And of course I can't make the first jump now. There's something about speed, guys, that I'm catching. I'm catching on to what it is, but it's taking me a little bit of time to figure out that it's right there. It's right there. When we actually make the turn, there's a turn, there's something we have to stop, allow my speed to be recaught, and then we gotta go. So somewhere in my jump, I have to stop and then use that momentum, and that's what's getting me. We can't go right now because we'll be screwed by that. So at this point, we're screwed. We have to wait. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even do anything. I had rockets. I had death barriers. I had everything in my face looking right at me. Yeah, pretty much that's gonna wrap up this one, guys. If you freestyle, I gotta definitely say his map is one of the hardest maps, parkour maps I've ever even attempted. This map is insanity, dude. I am never coming back here, but I am definitely gonna tell you right now that by far the hardest map I have done yet. Barriers there. It's just one of those things where I know that I probably could do this, but there's just way too many death barriers. There's just way too many rockets. There's way too much ticks on the HP bar. I feel like maybe if it was cut back just a bit, just a little bit less HP is lost, then maybe when I make my next bounce out, like that, like right there, I feel like I need to stop and then I need to go. And then it's a matter of just when to go. But see, like right there, it catches me so quickly. That back one or one of those just end up catching me, and I just feel like if I could just somehow get inside of that and get out of there just at the right time. Alright guys, so we're at the end of the video. I'd like to say thanks to everybody that made it to the very end. If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Maybe leave a thumbs up, a like on the channel, a comment down in the description below. It helps me out, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out. Game on, guys. And I'll see you all in the next one. Until then, later.